The jet age was still a future dream. Exploration of space waited for another generation. But technology would not stand still. With inventiveness and drive unmatched in world history, America has continually expanded horizons. Today, technological advances push us through a swirl of change. Socially, politically, and economically, the history of mankind is being rewritten almost daily as we speed toward the 21st century. And the greatest nation on earth is being challenged. As the United States again defends its security as a nation and the freedom of its people, the biggest threat may be to our economic interests and technological position of leadership. We have what others want. One prized attraction is what President George Bush has called our vital technologies and sensitive information. It is the opinion of the nation's top defense and intelligence officials that the globalization of industry, increased economic competition, and dramatic change in East-West relations will lead to new and different threats from our adversaries. Today, industry faces a broad range of threats, including foreign intelligence collection. To meet military and economic challenges of the next century, the U.S. simply must have a strong, secure industrial capability. As we prepare for tomorrow, government and industry experts are considering alternatives to the plethora of current government security programs for industry. Today's policies, rules, and regulations have evolved over the past 35 years. Under mandate from the President, they're working to replace today's rules with a single, coherent, and integrated industrial security program. It will be known as the National Industrial Security Program, or the NISP. A comprehensive 3-year coordinated study involving both industry and government is supported by all major federal agencies and departments. The review found significant redundancy in the government security requirements and regulations imposed on contractors. Following the study, a presidential national security review was issued in April 1990. The Secretary of Defense, along with the Secretary of Energy and Director of Central Intelligence, were directed to study the feasibility of a national industrial security program. The result was a report to the President which concluded that a NISP is feasible, desirable, and timely. The report stated that the same sensitive technologies and information used by various government organizations are often protected by different security standards, resulting in confusing and costly administration. As part of the study, cost data for industrial security implementation by 14 government contractors was evaluated. The figures show these companies spent approximately $800 million in calendar year 1989 on government-directed security. In addition, the 14 companies spent $1 billion on government-required security for automated information systems. Based on this information, it was estimated that the total cost to the federal government to administer its industrial security program during calendar year 1989 was $13.8 billion. In a cover letter with the report, the President was advised that changes in the management and organization of industrial security programs are necessary. Using the creative talents of the private sector to assist in the development of cost-effective security standards, we should be able to improve the security of our most sensitive information and technologies. As recommended to the President, an interagency task force under leadership of the Secretary of Defense Director of Central Intelligence, and Secretary of Energy was formed to design a national industrial security program. General oversight is from the Executive Office of the President. The task force of experts from government and industry will conduct a zero-based regulatory review to reduce unnecessary requirements, establish a single program authority, develop uniform, standardized security policies to include security education and training, inspection standards and enforcement procedures, establish ways to determine complete industrial security costs, and develop a standardized, single-scope background investigation, which is acceptable to all government departments and agencies. Also, as directed by President Bush, the task force will report to the National Security Council by September 1st, 1991, on recommended policy and program changes. When fully implemented, the National Industrial Security Program will be a striking example of what happens when government and industry work together toward a national goal. With the NISP, we will hopefully avoid significant future industrial security costs while providing improved security to government and industry. At the same time, a strong NISP will give the United States the flexibility it needs for continued world technological leadership.